Yeah, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Better run through the recap for you guys, man. We're at the end of season two. We played our final game of the regular season, got a dub, 41-20, as you can see on the screen. We're in the season at 14-3. We have 3 losses. Let's hop into the schedule. Notable wins and losses. We did beat the Titans, who I believe we did beat in the playoffs last season, in season one, and we got them again at the start of season two, as kind of like a one of the NFL's primetime games, playoff rematch, right? We got a dub there with 10-point W, score of 41 points. And the first 3 games of the season, our offense was clicking. Our defense was okay. I mean, holding somebody to 31 points in Madden 26 is okay, you know. But the lower tier users that we did play, being the Browns and the Bengals, we did only allow 3 points total in those 2 games. Now, we then proceeded to get absolutely raffle stomped by the Broncos, to the tune of 220 rush yards, bro. I just couldn't stop the run. And at this time, at this time, at the time of this game, and still currently, he has Christian Gonzalez and Patrick Surtain, both like 99 overall DBs. So it's kind of hard to throw on that team. Um, as you can see, we ran. Let's go back to the box score. Yeah, we ran for 174 on him and only passed for 173, which is actually insane. But yeah, man, he got us. He got us good. We have a game plan for the playoffs, which we did beat him in the playoffs on the way to the Super Bowl last season. But you know, got me to here. He got me here. Beat the brakes off the Saints. Texans. I want to say this might have been a CPU game. Um, but I'm not 100% sure. I can't remember. Jaguars. He showed me some things in the midst of him scoring his 31 points. Um, the Bucks game, hey, versus nephew. Hey man, you tried. This was probably, I mean, obviously in terms of score, I think this is the closest game I played all season, the 30-28 game over the Steelers. But it was actually fun. One, two, playing against freaking. Let's show you who he got on the D line, bro. Hold on. I'm sure they both statted in this game. Hey, Mike Green had a second half. Let's get it. Boom. TJ Watt and Aiden Hutchinson. That is man. I don't know what's worse, playing against this. I mean, obviously we got to win, right? We got to win in this game, but I don't know what was worse, playing against this combo or playing against the Christian Gonzalez and Patrick Surtain combo. But either way, like Jesus Christ, they both had 2 sacks each. Man, that was. I feel like that was a strong dub because I think Steelers at the time. Let's see, we played Week 10. I think he was on a mean win streak as well. He lost to the Falcons. He lost on a late game field goal, like final second field goal. He lost this game, but other than that, by the time we played, he only had that one loss. Um, and his notable wins, he beat the Texans, he beat the Colts. Chiefs game, I'm not sure about that one. He got a force win here because you can see right here on the far right where it says force win. But he beat the Titans. He barely beating the Browns is kind of scary. And he got a force win versus Bengals, and before he played me, and then lost that game. But um, he's improved. He's got a good roster. He's got a good team. So you know, there's that. Right. As far as the rest of the season, there's not much to say. Like we did take a couple of losses. We lost to the Commanders. We lost to the Panthers here. Um, and sprinkling a couple of CPU games. I know Bengals couldn't get his internet to work. That's why he had to leave the league. But he's currently still on the team, so that CPU doesn't make any crazy moves until I get a new user. So that's the state of the league. That is, um, this game, Falcons. He was undefeated. He was 10-0 at the time when I played this game. I was the first person to hand him a loss. And I believe he only lost maybe 1 or 2 other games after that. Let's see. Yeah, so he was undefeated until we played in week 12. He lost to the Lions in a force win, which is really unfortunate. But yeah, well, a forced loss for him. So, but other than that, man, as far as him playing a user, he has only lost to me. That's good for him. And I always say like, oh, Barr's a playoff team, but I don't never see him really making any noise, but he's beat everybody on his schedule except me, which is shit. Shout out to you, bro. He beat the Panthers, who I lost to. Um, let's see here. Let's see. Who did he beat that's notable? Well, he beat the guy with one hand who was in a car accident. That's tough. He beat the Bucks. He beat the Bears pretty handily. He beat the Panthers twice. Wow, he swept them. And he beat the Steelers in that close game and then scored 91 to start the season versus the Giants. The Giants was also in the NFC Championship game last season. Season 1, Giants versus Commanders was the NFC Championship game, I think. No, the divisional round. I'm tripping. They were the original round. But in any case, yeah, man, that's the record. Let's go through the stats real quick, and I'll try to keep it as quick as possible, just because it's stats in Madden, right? 5,700 yards with Lamar, 65 touchdowns, 17 picks, a lot more interceptions than I want to have thrown. But I want to say like late in the season is really when shit just started going downhill. Um, we didn't throw a pick in this game, but we did throw three here. We had three straight games with an interception. We threw two versus the Commanders, three versus the Bucks, three versus the Texans, which is insane. Um, so we really I mean, it's an efficient season in terms of like raw stats. We have multiple perfect QBR games versus the Saints and the Jags. But in terms of how the stats look, like I just don't like throwing 17 interceptions. Like I have to get this number under 10, in my opinion. And we were on pace for that. Um, if you go by the first 5 games, we only threw 3 picks. If you extrapolate that out to a full season, that's right around 10, 11 picks. But we had these multiple interception games where we just three interceptions, 2, 1, 1, 3, and 1. Um, so wear and tear. Let's talk about it. Our wear and tear and everything is on default for the league. Um, so whenever wear and tear happens, or players are affected by wear and tear, I take them out. I put in the backups. That's why Zach Wilson has played as many snaps as he has. He's actually thrown 35 passes. So, also, bro, Lamar taking 48 sacks is absolutely insane. It's disgusting. Like in CFB, I have a 95 speed quarterback that I happen to name Randall Cunningham Jr. But that's neither here nor there. But in that game, 95 speed quarterback can actually evade pass rushers. He can evade the tackles that spring free. In this game, you can't, and that unfortunately sucks. And I say unfortunately because let's keep it a being. We all remember how overpowered Escape Artist was when it was a superstar ability, meaning it's active all day, every day. Whenever you need to take off, you can take off. But in this game, it honestly is not even worth it um as an X factor. Like their scramble speed is increased, sure, but it's still you still get caught by D tackles. You still can't outrun a D end to the pylon, to the sideline. You know what I mean? And get past the line of scrimmage to be able to activate. And I'm using the air quotes here. Activate your player's actual speed, right? Um, Players like Lamar should feel like Lamar. And there's so many of them in the league. There's Lamar Jackson, the Josh Allens, the JD fives, Jaden Daniels, obviously, Caleb Williams. Like these are guys that literally will pirouette in the backfield and get out of a sticky situation. That needs to be in the game. Um, and I think in order to do that, all they really have to do is fix contain so that you can't just do it at will. Somebody has a direct counter to it. Um, but it has to like if they're not containing and they're actually rushing the pass and trying to get upfield, you should be able to move around with a Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Jaden Daniels, Caleb Williams, Mahomes. You know what I mean? They should be able to have some escapability, which they don't. But, but, we still ran for 783 yards with Lamar. Um, and my hand to the man, I do not look I really don't look to scramble and run with Lamar. It happens maybe once a game, 3 times if you're playing crazy, right? But 783 yards is really on read options and design QB runs. Um, 11 yards of carry, 10 touchdowns, 6 fumbles, and that's because I be doing way too much with Lamar in open field. Because, like, after I finally, get past the line of scrimmage, I'm like, "Yeah, let's go ahead and make something shake. There's a safety. Let's juke him." And we fumble. But yeah, man, 783 yards, not too shabby, not bad for a running back. Um, Keaton Mitchell was the feature back this year, even though we still had Derrick Henry on the roster, but he regressed to hell. If I show you the ratings, bro, he's still 93 speed. That's like, oh yeah, great, 93 speed. That's cool. But 87 acceleration and 78 change of direction just do not get it done, brother. It does not. And I don't know what happened between season one and season two patches, updates and stuff like that, but he just literally does not handle the same as he did in season one. As you can see, season one, 7.1 yards of carry. You can cut that in half for his production this year. Um, Now he still caught a couple passes, scored a couple touchdowns. I run a two back system. Um, Not well, it technically is a two back system, but two back formations as well. Um, but Keaton Mitchell got the bulk of the load this year. He's got 50 more carries and 400 more yards. So that's why he's there. He also caught some passes this season as well. Um, Again, I do run, like I said, two back system. I think Derrick Henry, it showed that he had 25 catches and Keaton has 50. So that's, you know, 2 for 1, essentially. He's playing 66% of the snaps, getting 66% of the running back touches, and Derrick Henry's getting the other 33. So, um, yeah, pretty much status quo there. Justice Hill gets sneaks on the field a couple times a season, for wear and tear purposes, obviously. Receiving, our rookie wide receiver, Drew Hill, who we did draft in the first round, 112 catches, 1,700 yards, 19 touchdowns. I believe those are rookie records, but probably not in this league anymore because, it's Madden. And once you get past the first season, all records are already broken anyways, right? Um, I want to say that Drew Hill did make the Pro Bowl. Let's just double check. Yes, he did. He did make the Pro Bowl. So that's he's one step closer to at least getting star dev, bro, because he has not gotten any love all season. Like not a single upgrade in practice, not a single upgrade in um, dev game or anything like that. And it's been very consistent um yardage and catches and stuff like that. It did go off for 173 versus the Saints, that was a blast. He has back-to-back games with 11 catches, 160 yards. Um, I feel like, yeah, I figured out here, like the Commanders game, like that. Good user, right? Um, Falcons, undefeated user, but he still went for 5 catches, 92 yards. Nothing to scoff at. And then to end the season, bro, end the season. Look at the numbers: 8 for 145, 5 for 113, 9 for 178, and a loss to the Panthers, which sucked. But you know, multiple touchdown games here. 8 catches, 94 yards, 8 for 166, 8 for 98. Like at some point, EA, you can clearly see that the man is, you know, balling. Get him some dev, man. Get him some dev. Isaiah Likely, first year starter. Well, first year starter. Um, Mark Andrews is no longer on the team. I believe he is a Saint, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Isaiah Likely, 84 overall. He's now superstar dev, which is great. I believe he did get that in practice. Um, and just improved his obviously his production from being tight end two to being tight end one. Being tight end one in my offense is pretty sweet. 87 catches, 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns. Um, Nothing really to scoff at there either. But he did not make the Pro Bowl. I would love to know what other tight ends are putting up better numbers than. It is what it is, man. Bateman, unfortunately, I did not get him to his 75 catches for the season, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. He's option number 3. LaJohntay Wester getting 665 yards is pretty good for him. Considering he's only like the 71, 72 overall. Keaton and Derek there. As far as blockers, Cedric Wills played a horrible season. And he's only starting because he's still superstar dev. At this point, I might be better off playing Rosengarten, who's like they're like the same overall, to be honest. 78 overall, but he's normal dev. And then Buddy down here is 79 overall, but superstar dev. So it kind of like makes sense to play him, mainly because of Nasty Streak. But, I'm not getting much help in the pass game from Jedrick Wills. Um, Honestly, bro, I honestly might just put Buddy back out there, bro. Like, well, I can't do much worse than 14 sacks given up, right? You can't do much worse than 14 sacks given up. Stanley giving up 7 is wild, but he did make the Pro Bowl. I believe my entire left side made it. So Stanley, Linderbaum, and Jones all made the Pro Bowl. Linderbaum and Jones only giving up 3 sacks. I mean, that's more than 0, obviously, but I guess it's okay. Defensively, Kyle Hamilton, Pro Bowl defender. He did make the Pro Bowl, right? He should have made the Pro Bowl. Yes, he did. Made his third Pro Bowl. He missed it last season, ironically. But shout out to him having 2 sacks in the final game of the season, as well as a forced fumble, because I believe that's the first time he did both of those things. And I've been blitzing him a lot this season, but it is what it is, man. We cracked the 100 tackle mark again. We get 10 TFLs, 2 sacks, 12 picks is really what did it for him this year. 14, well, I mean 15 pass deflections last season and only 4 this year. We turned the pass deflections into picks this year. That is clutch. 2 forced fumbles, no touchdowns this year, but I believe he was third on the list for interceptions this year behind 2 other user safeties. And I don't user Kyle Hamilton at all. I let him do his job. Um, but yeah, he's in the Pro Bowl. All Pro Marlowe did not make the Pro Bowl this season, I believe. That'd be dope, but I don't think he did. He did. That's fire. All right, so Humphrey did make the Pro Bowl. Probably because of the 100 tackles, bro. I'm not gonna lie. His 6 picks is very low. But he did have 100 tackles playing that star role at nickel DB. Also has 16 pass deflections, which is dope. 1 fumble recovery for 2 touchdowns. So, not anything to scoff at there. Roquan Smith missed out on 100 tackles by 1, but he has 21 TFLs, 4.5 sacks, 6 picks, no Pro Bowl. I'm pretty sure he did not make the Pro Bowl, and I'll double check it for you here. He did not. Did not make the Pro Bowl. Why? Don't know. But the person with less tackles, less TFLs did. And that's probably because he had more sacks. So 7.5 sacks for this guy, Trenton Simpson. Back to back Pro Bowls for the squad. Last year he had a damn good year as well. 96 tackles, 20 TFLs, 11.5 sacks last year. This season we got less sacks, less tackles, less TFLs, but we increased the interceptions. Okay. Turnovers are great. He's got 3 forced fumbles as well. So, you know, this is a very dynamic player. This is why I love playing with the Ravens. We have a lot of positionless players, like a Kyle Hamilton who plays safety, who plays linebacker, and blitzes off the edge, right? We got Humphrey who plays outside corner, inside corner, some safety. He might be moved to safety full time next season, right? Um, they got Simpson who plays off ball, on ball, special teams, rush the passer, drop in coverage, cover tight ends, cover slots, does it all. And the rest of the players on the team allow me to do that. So that's dope. Excuse the construction in the back, but that's what we got going on around here these days. Anywho, another Pro Bowl player is Kyer Elam, free agency pickup this year. Has been playing exceptionally great. Outside of a few plays this season where I was like just scratching my head, like, damn, dog, like you didn't make that play. But he turns in 8 interceptions and 9 pass deflections. That's nothing to scoff at. Got a fumble recovery in there as well. Um, the star of the defense, man, he was out. He was out this game and the last 2 games, I believe, but hopefully he's back for the playoffs. It says week to week. I would love for that to just like be gone so I can have my best player on defense almost. Top 5 best players on defense. Best pass rusher, obviously. Um, 14 and a half sacks, 2 interceptions, 3 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles, 2 fumble recoveries. No touchdowns this year, but he did make the Pro Bowl. 14 and a half sacks is nothing to scoff at, and he missed the final 2 games of the season after not really playing much in week 17 as well. Let me just see if we can see snaps here. Yeah, he played 12 snaps in week 17. So you can essentially call that missing the last 3 games of the season, and he had 14 and a half sacks. So and he was consistently going off. Like, yeah, here's the Colts game, 3.5 sacks. Panthers game, didn't do anything else besides get a sack. Well, a pick too. Patriots game, didn't do anything but get a pick. But you can see consistently here, he's 1 sack, 1.5, 1 sack, 1.5, 0, 2 sacks, 1 sack, 0, 1, 0, 1. Pretty consistent player here, right? I'm missing him on the field, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. As far as interceptions go, we got Kyle Hamilton leading the bunch, and then, like I said, Kyer Elam, Humphrey, Roquan. Roquan with 6 picks and 4.5 sacks with 21 TFLs, not making a Pro Bowl. With 12 pass deflections as well, 3 forced fumbles. Who's I mean, I'm not saying people numbers are not better, but like let's just go take a peek who's good in the AFC. Like what's goody with the middle linebackers, right? All right, 166 tackles is actually insane. That's probably why. Yo, if Queen made it, yo, I'll be sick. I would be sick. He made the Pro Bowl. Damn. So I'm pretty sure Logan Wilson just leading the league in tackles or leading the conference in tackles. He did not make the Pro Bowl. Okay. I'm sadly mistaken. Okay, so if Queen made it, I'm assuming it's Schlesinger then. I want to say it's two. Yeah, it's two middle linebackers that make it to the Pro Bowl every year. Shit, last year I said it was both my linebackers, but this year it's the Steeler and a Brown. Wow. Okay. Did Drew Tranquil make it? Let's see. All right, so Drew Tranquil made it as a will linebacker. Spillane, I'm assuming did not make it because our guy did. Yeah, he did not make it. Spillane did not make it. Peyton Wilson, 100 tackles. Not he not making 3.5 sacks, 2 picks. Huh. I guess at will linebacker, nobody's having a better season than Trenton Simpson, man. 18 TFL, 7.5 sacks, 4 picks. I'll take it. Anywho, as far as our team stats, let's get into that. So offensively, I didn't think we would grade out as a top offense to be honest, but apparently we're top 10. We're seventh in total yards. Total yards gained, we're seventh. 7655. So where are we at here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Rush yards, 5698. Or pass yards, I mean. Somehow eighth in pass yards. Yo, this is insane. He's rushed for 4,000 yards in a season, bro. All right, we're 10th in rushing. Apparently, we're a top 10 rushing offense. Top 7 passing offense, top 10 rushing offense. That's pretty good, in my opinion. Yo, the Titans leading the league in points per game is wild. Not gonna lie. We're eighth, so we're still top 10. Passing touchdowns 70, 4, 5. Rushing touchdowns 22. Nowhere near top. Nowhere near top. Right in the middle. Um, and we had 404 first downs, which ranks us second. That's pretty damn good, man. Top 10 in everything except rushing touchdowns. Defensively, we have the number 2 defense in the league. Um, yo, he's only giving up 3,600. This is actual like 2006 Ravens type shit, bro. Like that's crazy. But we have the number one rush defense. Oh, number two, really? Well, he's got to play. He's going to give up more than 6 rush yards in week 18. So we will. I'm very confident in saying we had the number one rush defense in the league. He is yet to play, so I'm sure he's going to give up 6 yards or 7 to put himself behind me. Points 408. We are second in points given up. Let me see where's the pass defense ranked? Fifth. So top 5 passing yards, top 5 total yards, number one rush defense, number two scoring defense. We had 60 sacks, which puts us third, so top 5. Fumbles, we had 6, nowhere near the top. Second in interceptions. Okay. It's not bad. It's not bad, y'all. It's not bad. So yearly awards, let's take a peek. MVP, Bryce Young is wild. RJ Harvey, number 2. Derek Payton. Lamar didn't just fell off, huh? That's tough. Lamar didn't just fell off. I might try for MVP next year, just because I would hate for a running back to win it. I would have to bounce back and just like put Lamar at the top of the list. Offensive player of the year, RJ Harvey. Of course, the man ran for 4,000 yards as a team. Titans tight end, I believe, has 2,000 yards. Never seen somebody get like over 2,000 yards with a tight end. That's bananas. He's got a running back here as well, who he's been. I believe this running back has over 1,000 rush yards and over 100 catches out of the backfield. One thing you didn't notice is that Zay Flowers is no longer on our team. I could not afford this young man, and he is a Patriot, unfortunately. But I did get 2 first-round picks for 95 overall Zay Flowers. So there's that. It's just the business, right? I would love to invite Zay Flowers back to this team, but at 43 million a year, I couldn't do it. DPOY is probably going to go to Benito or Atwater, one of the two. Even though Kyle Hamilton put up a good fight, 100 catches, 12 picks, 2 sacks, all that good stuff. I mean, I want to say Benito was close to breaking a single season record in sacks, if not already done. We'll take a peek at it as well. Booby Miles is who the Titans running back is. Unfortunately, I was never gonna catch him. Once I realized like how much he was using his running back, I was never gonna catch his running back for offensive player of the year. I mean, offensive rookie of the year. Anyways, um, defensive rookie of the year, Steve Atwater Jr. This is what we do, man. We always name players rookies after players we like growing up or whatever, our favorite players. So it is what it is. Best QB. Wow. Okay, Cam Ward. Alrighty. Well, I guess I really should try with Lamar, but then again, I had a CPU game, so if it was a user game, I would have probably blown Buddy out by 50 and been able to score 100 points or some shit like that. Because I believe he only scored 3 on me the first game at the beginning of the season. Um, was Keaton Mitchell on this list? He was. Excuse me. All right, Keaton Mitchell down there at 9th. Great. That's about right. 750 yards and 50 catches. I mean, it's not bad, not a bad season, just not a great one. Zay winning best wide receiver. That's dope. Get it out of DK's hands. I would hate to see this man with like double me or something because he literally only throws a DK. It's disgusting. Drew Hill, top 3. Let's go. I need that. I need that. I'm pretty sure making a Pro Bowl, being top 3, or leading in a uh, stat category is what's going to get him a dev up. So he'll at least be star dev, right? Like best O line, we're not there. Unfortunately, Linderbaum gave up 3 sacks this year, but it is what it is. Nick Bonito, the best D line. We got somebody on the list. Mike Green should be here. There we go. 5. I'm like, is he not on the list? That would be insane. 14 and a half sacks get you 5th on the list. And like I said, he also did miss the last 3 games of the season, unfortunately. Best linebacker goes to Steeler boy Patrick Queen, which actually hurts my heart. Can't stand that Bunny went to the Steelers. Him and Malik Harrison. former Ravens that went to the Steelers in real life. But Trenton Simpson right there at number 2, Roquan at number 4, not making a Pro Bowl. Bananas. But it is what it is. Best DB, we got Kyle Hamilton on that list, as well as Kyer Elam and All Pro Barlow, baby. Best kicker? Yeah, we're not close, man. 7. But yeah. That's it for the video, man. If you liked the video, like the video. If you didn't, be sure to dislike it, leave some hateful comments, and not subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'm out.